Good morning, Dan from Rhubarb Car Sales. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another new video. Do apologise, there's not been much content this week. I have been busy, but there's not been anything that I can really give you much content on. I've just been busy moving cars about, getting cars prepped, getting cars ready. I've had 3 service and MOTs this week. I've had 2 cam belt and water pumps done. So the white Fiesta's now had a cam belt and water pump done. I've got a lady chasing me on that. That's ready to go now. It's also had a service and MOT. Blue Fiesta's the same, service and MOT this week, cam belt and water pump done. I've got a new car coming. Might get that in this video. New car coming this video, and it's very exciting car. I think it's the most expensive car I've bought under the banner of Rhubarb Car Sales, so keep tuned for that one. We'll have a look at the new car. There is something special about it, so please stick with us. So this morning, right, that's over at Nottingley, which is half an hour away from Wakefield, so I've got to drop that over there. Then I realised I've got to pick the new car that we've talked about up, that I'm going to hopefully squeeze in on this video, which is halfway between Nottingley and Wakefield. That's at Pontefract, so I'm going to have to drop this silver Focus at Nottingley, get a taxi from there to Pontefract, bring the new car back here. I've then got the blue Fiesta to pick up from my other mechanic, so I'm going to have to get a taxi from here back to get the blue Fiesta. That's had the cam belt and water pump done yesterday. Get back here, and then I've got to set off for work at 1 o'clock. Focus needs a wash. I want to Lanagard it, and I just quickly need to wet vac the passenger seat. I put my wet bag on it the other day, and I put sort of mucky mark on the seat, so I quickly need to. So I've got an hour's work prepping the Focus. So as you can see, I'm a bit stressed today. It's 26 minutes past 8 now. I've had to duck out of the school run, which I'm gutted about. That's my only hour in the morning that I get to see the girls. Told my wife what my plans were. She was like, "You're not going to get it done by 1 o'clock. Just go now. I'll do the school run." So yeah, gutted I've had to miss out on the school run, but that's just what I've had to do this morning. Like I say, I've got Focus to pick up, new car to pick up, blue Fiesta to pick up. A little bit of prep to do on the Focus, dropping it off, doing the sale in sort of 5 hours time. So that's the basis of today's video. Let me get this Focus out, let me get it dropped off, and then hopefully the next step will be the new car. So I'm not going to show you me prepping the Focus. You've seen it, you know what it's all about. I'm going to get that over there, and then we'll film the new car. Stick with me. Cheers, guys. Good morning, ladies and gents. I'm picking this video up from when I last left off on, what day was it? Friday? Well, yeah, Friday, when I was picking all the cars up, running around like a madman before I went to work. That was a heavy day. I didn't get a chance to do some filming on the end of Friday. I literally just made it to work at 2 o'clock. That was just logistically, that day were a nightmare. Just picking cars up here, there and everywhere, dropping cars off. Focus has gone, silver Focus have gone. I've sold that, dropped that off over to a friend in Nottingley. Bit of a story with a Focus, so it stood around a little while. We always bought that car just because it was a cheap car, going through auction. It had good service history and long MOT, so we didn't ever plan on doing much with it really. I just always bought it as a cheap car for somebody. I always get people asking me, "Have you got a cheap car to put me on until my new car comes," etc, etc. And that's exactly what happened. I got a phone call Wednesday, I think it was, from a friend at work. "Dan, I'm just looking on your website, I've seen the Focus, I've ordered my new car that's coming at Christmas." He bought a BMW X1. He said, "I've got an X1 at the minute that I'm going to sell on motorway. I just need something to put me on till Christmas." I said, "Perfect." I said, the Focus is spot on for you. I said, "It's a lovely little runner, really nice drive. I did say to him, it is scruffy on the bodywork. I said, it's got a few touch-ins and a ding on the wing. I said, but it is a good drive, nice and clean inside, and MOT till June next year. So that was the end of that conversation. I went to bed that night and I thought, you know what, it owes me 850 quid, that car. I've got it up at 1495. It's going to somebody that I know. For my peace of mind, I thought, I'm going to put a service and MOT on it. So that's what I did. I got it booked in, we serviced it and put 12 months MOT on it. Got a text message off him. When I spoke to him on the phone, he said, oh yeah, I don't even need to test drive it, I'll come and pick it up Saturday, I'll take your word for it, you know, blah blah blah. So we serviced and MOT'd it, and then I got a text message off him, yeah Dan, sorry, I don't need that car anymore, I've decided to keep my X1 running until I pick the new one up. So I thought, cheers, great, you know. I messaged him saying I've put service and 12 months MOT on it for you, and that's the message I got back. Sorry, no longer required. But in hindsight, it actually did me a favour, because that night I shared it, put it on Facebook, shared it on my Facebook profile, and within 3 minutes got a reply. I just put on it, just put a service and 12 months MOT on it today. Not many cars around at this price. With 12 months MOT, and within 3 minutes got a message, Dan, can I have that car please? Somebody bought it without seeing it, family friend who, similar scenario, just needed a second car. Husband were using their main car to get to work and back, needed a second little car just to get kids to school and back and do little shopping trips in. So drop that over for the next morning, so that's got that out of the way. I did knock £100 off because it had advisories on all 4 tyres. I were going to put 4 Part 1s on, but she wanted it ASAP, so I just knocked £100 off. Her dad knows somebody who does tyres anyway, so she was quite happy with that. But even at 1495, it was still worth it for the 12 months MOT, even with the tyres. But like I say, it is a family friend, so I knocked her the £100 off so she could get the tyres done. Just having a bit of a jiggle round this morning. As you can see, nobody's here this morning. Shame I can't have the cars this way all the time. I think they look really good here. That's my office at the back now. I've wanted to try this for a little while. It annoys me, that fence, because I've had them front facing before, so that they're facing the main road and they get the passing traffic, and the passing traffic can see all the information. But then it looks scruffy when you're at the back. When you're at the back here and people are in, or when people are coming to view the cars, they're seeing the back end of the car then. So then I turned them round, which looks better when you're inside the yard. So when you're walking along the cars, you can see the front. But then it looks bad to passing traffic who have got the back end. And I've been thinking for a while, it'd look brilliant to have them all this way, lined up diagonally, so that people who are coming into the yard can see the front. People from the roadside can see the front, and it looks really good this way. But I can't have it this way because I don't have ownership of that roller shutter door there. That's part of Elite Training Systems. That's the training school who use the train the mechanics up in there. So I can't actually keep them this way, but I just thought I'd spin them around this morning. I've got somebody coming to look at the Alto at 10:30. I've got to take that home and get that washed. I've got the bonnet, the boot struts to do. So I just thought, well, the customer's coming this morning, I'd spin it round. It looks nice when they turn up this morning. She has been down to see the car when I wasn't here already. She texted me one morning at 6:30 in the morning saying, I've just been down to see the car, looks great, when can I come and get it? So I'm pretty confident this is going this morning, because that's, again, had service, 12 months MOT, 4 tyres, cracking little car is that, so I'm confident that'll go today. Well, all the cars were covered in leaves this morning, first time I've been down for a little while, so the cars are this way, I'm going to have a sweep up and get all them leaves up and have a tidy up, and then later on I'll put them all back that way, or all back over that side. Might put them diagonal on an angle, but I don't know if it'll annoy Well, I might upset the apple cart. I better not. Better leave them where they are. People don't like change, do they? So then we've got the Corsa. I need to get that sorted out this week. We've got the... This is the last one. I've been really busy getting all the cars prepped this week. So I'll go along the line, I'll tell you what we've got. So this is the Corsa that we bought off my mechanic. 68,000 miles. No service history, one key, but he has just done a full service on it. Timing chain done. And 12 months MOT. 3 issues with it. The fans only work on number 4, so there's a little resistor down there that needs changing. The radio doesn't work. Let me just try. Yeah, no volume on the radio. The CD works, so we know the speakers are good. For some reason the radio doesn't work. So you can see it changing, but there's just no volume for some reason. And then it's just quite tappy. Not timing chain, because that's been done. And I know these 1.2 Corsas are tappy anyway. But I'm going to see if I can just get it quiet. And I'm going to take it to my other mechanic, see if we can just get him to check it over and see what he thinks. See if there's anything we can do to stop it being quite as noisy. I've driven it, it does drive really well. Drives fine. Quite a nice drive actually. We'll come back to that one. That's a new car. That's what I'll pick it up on Friday, so let's come back to that. That's the white Fiesta that you've all seen. One owner. I think it's full history. It's full or very good history. Again, I've had that serviced this week. 12 months MOT on it, advisory free, cam belt and water pump done, and we did the auxiliary belt on that one as well. The exit auxiliary belt were quite worn, so we did the auxiliary belt as well. I have got 2 people interested in that, so I don't expect that to hang around long. Looks good value to me at 3495. It's got 93,000 miles, but white 5-door. If you have a look on Auto Trader, very, very rare colour, or very hard to get it in white with 5-door. So not many of that, not many of them around in the country. That's for 1.25 Z-Tech, and then we've got another Fiesta 1.25 Z-Tech again. We've had this service this week. Advisory free. We've had the cam belt and water pump done. Yeah, 60. This is the facelift model. Nice colour, 3-door. 67,000 miles on this one. Again, good service history. I think this has got service history up to 21, and then no stamps in the book, and then we've serviced it again in 24. It's got 4. It had advisories last year on the tyres, but I can see it's had 4 new tyres on. So I think it's been serviced, but obviously just not got any paperwork to prove. But that's a nice car. Nice bit of facelift. Slightly nicer interior. Nice car, that. So that brings me back. Oh, that's the C-Max on the end that I'm obviously using as my daily, which is great. It is. I've got a new member of staff, new member to the team. I might insert a little video or some pictures here. But yesterday, been a long-term sort of, for years, literally as long as I can remember, I've always wanted a standard poodle, a big poodle, a dog. And we've sort of been talking about it recently. And again, we've never done it with us both working shifts. Wouldn't have been fair. We're not always at home, etc, etc. But then with doing the cars, going part-time after Christmas, we decided that, yeah, after Christmas we'll get a dog when I go part-time. It's just good timing at the minute. And then some came up locally, we've been looking. Some came up locally that we've been watching, and then she reduced them. They're all pedigrees, KC registered, fully vaccinated, all that kind of thing. And then one morning we woke up and she reduced them, and we were just like, yeah, come on, let's go get it. So Hopefully you might get to meet Ralph later on. I'll put some pictures of him in here. I've been up with him all night, to be fair. First night at home last night, but he's an absolute beauty. Absolutely love him already. So that's the C-Max now is ideal for me. Perfect dog car. That's what we picked him up in. Yeah, it's just absolutely perfect. So I think that'll be sticking around a bit longer now. Which brings us on to the new Fiesta that you've not seen yet. Special car. Excited about this one. Why am I excited? Like I say, I think it's the most expensive car I've bought under the banner of Rhubarb Car Sales. So I've given £4,000 for this. Looks expensive, doesn't it? 62 plate. Why is it so exciting? 5-door, black, basic spec. I've got no service history with it. I've got no V5. I've got one key. Very scruffy inside. Really, I've not, as you can see, I'm going to do a cleaning video on it. Looks like it's been used on a farm. God knows what's gone on in here. Like I said, needs a clean of its life. But it will come up. It is going to make a lovely, lovely car. You've not seen it in its worst form, so I've actually had the bumpers painted. Ah, radio's come on in Corsa. Yes! Oh, that's a result. That's the first time that's ever happened. I just heard music then, I thought, what's that? And radio's come on in Corsa. And the heater's working. No, still only working on 4, but radio's working. Yes, look at that. I think that's been a low battery issue or voltage issue then, because I've jump started it off the top down this morning, left it running. I think it's finally got up to oh, that's brilliant. Right, buzzing. So where were we? Love it when that happens. So yeah, Corsa, Fiesta. You've not seen it at its worst state. I didn't get a chance to take a video, but story behind it is it's come from the same mechanic who sold me the Corsa. Rings me up, what's this worth to you? Got family of an old guy coming, wanting to sell dad's car. Dad's got dementia, been took into a nursing home, need to get, you know, they're selling his house and his car and whatever. What will you give us for this? Sent me a picture, sent me a video, message back saying this is what I'd give. Let me show you why it's exciting. You can check the MOT history. 15,987 genuine miles. 15,987. MOT till August next year. I think it's got advisories on the tyres, so we might have to put tyres on, I'm not sure. I think the tread's okay, but it's just where it's been stood. So he's literally been doing 10 miles a week in it since new. One owner from new, this old guy. It will come as 2 owners, because like I said, some service history may turn up. They can't find the paperwork basically. So it might turn up when they clear the house out, but I've applied for the V5 in my name, so it will have 2 keepers on. So it'll have 1 owner plus me. I've done that so that I can then get on the MOT database, find out where it's been MOT'd, and then hopefully chase some service history up with whichever garage has looked after it. I reckon he's had it looked after, I reckon he's had it serviced, but it's just tracking down the history, so I do think it will have some history. I've got the V5 coming, but yeah, that's why it's exciting, that's why I've paid the money for it. 15,987. So I said, look, I'll give them 4,000 quid for it. It were bumped on all 4 corners, were scraped on all 4 corners, so I left it, my mechanic's dad, who I bought it off, he's the paint man next door. So I've had the bumpers painted, which are all absolutely perfect now. Like I said, I've not washed it yet. I've just picked it up Friday. This is the first time I've had a chance to do a walk round on it. But that's going to make a cracking little car. I don't think it's ever been washed, or as you can see from inside, hoovered. But that to me is a good thing. There's no, even though it's dirty, there's no swirl marks in it. I'd rather have it not washed rather than have somebody who's washed it badly, especially on black. So I think with a good deep clean, good buff, take all these wheel trims off and paint all these wheels black, put the wheel trims back on. Auto Trader suggests it at 6.2, so I don't know, find another. You can price that at what you want, can't you? I suspect I'm going to get 5,995 for it. I think that's what I've put it on my website at. Depends how far I go with it. What do you do with it? Like I say, it's got MOT till next year, no service history, so we're going to have to stick at least a service on it. I'll probably put another MOT on it. I think the MOT is till August, so I might put, you know, for the sake of 40 quid, I might as well put another 12 months on. Obviously, I should just then clean it, get it looking good and sell it. You could do the cam belt and water pump, which, as you know, I'll probably end up doing. Like I say, I'm thinking it had advisories on my tyres, so you could put 4 tyres on, but then you're talking 300 quid on the cam belt and water pump, 250 quid on my tyres, that's 550. 100 quid on my service and MOT, 650, plus I've already spent 300 quid on my bumpers, 650, 750, 850, 950, so it'd then owe me 4,950, wouldn't it? I could get another key made, that'd be another 100 quid, so it'd owe me 50-50 then. So either way, there's £1,000 profit in it. I think it's somewhere between 5,995, 6,495. You could put it on at 6,495 and get the right person. Like I say, it drives absolutely spot on. I've never had a new car. I've never driven a car with that low miles, to be honest. But I drove it home from Pontefract to Wakefield. You can tell it's only done that mileage. Drives absolutely spot on. So that's the new Fiesta. Like I said, good rack of Fiestas at the minute. We've got the new facelift one, 4,995. Then we've got the white one, 11 plate, 3,495. And then this one at 62 plate. So yeah, good choice of Fiestas at the minute. Get that Corsa sorted this week, get the Alto gone today, and then hopefully pick a couple more up this week. Right guys, I'm going to wind this video up here, take that home, get that washed. Got the lady coming at 10:30, just needs a quick wash, and then we'll get back down to the pitch. There we go guys, the Alto's all done. I've had that home, give it another wash, done all the tyres and the wheels again, gone over it with the Jobs tyre shine that I get off Amazon. I've gone over the bodywork with Auto Finesse Finale. It's come up really nice. Like I said, she has popped down to see it when it were mucky, so I think she'll be quite impressed when she sees it like it is today. Put the paper mats in. It's also got a brand new set of fitted Suzuki Alto mats. Nice and clean inside. It was missing that radio button, which I've replaced. Oh, I've done the boot struts, so they're now working. This used to just fall down. I've now got the boot struts working. Quite an easy, real easy job that actually, just 2 clips here and here and pops off and the new one pushes in. So yeah, luckily customer did text message me saying she's running 15 minutes late, which was good because so was I. Right guys, I'm gonna go pack my little bits up over there. Customer should be here any second. Let you know how I get on. Right, we're back from the test drive. Alto's still here, so don't think she's going to have that. Nothing wrong with it, they liked it, but I think she's going to have the Fiesta. So Son test drove that. Basically they've come, Son's written his car off, needs a 1 litre car to be cheap on insurance. They've seen that, they like it, they're happy with it. But then Mum started looking at the Fiesta. Well, she started looking at all the Fiestas, but out of them all she liked that one. Can I have a quick drive of that one? So we've been out on a test drive in that one. She likes it. So she's thinking of buying that one for herself, and she's got a little Citroen C1. So she's going to give the C1 to the lad for 12 months, and she's going to have that, I think. So she's going to come back to me today. She's going to have a think about it. She says she's going to have one or the other, but just going to decide which one they're going to have. So we'll await, see what she says, which suits me fine, to be honest. If she has that, 4995, that's at 3.5. So to be fair, that puts more in the pot for Wednesday. So I'll be quite happy if she has that, to be honest. That's not a problem. So yeah, and it gets rid of one of the Fiestas, so we'll be down to 2, which leaves me a bit more variety. So yeah, that'll be alright. It'll work out well for everybody concerned, really. Excuse me. So right, they were very, it don't bother me when I'm looking at a car. I don't look at penny pinching. Like, I just look for a car that I like and I buy it. Really weird what people get into the head. Like, she was stood, and I know this is what people do, and I get it, but you know, she was comparing the 3 Fiesta, so she was stood putting each one through her insurance to see which one were cheaper. Oh, this one's £60 more, that one's £100, this one's such and such. They all came back at different prices. How much is car tax? I said, well, funnily enough, I said, they are all the same engine, but that's the facelift model. I said, these two are £160 car tax, they're 35. That one's 35, been the facelift, it must be lower emissions or whatever. So, oh yeah, you know, that's good. I just think that is such a crazy way to buy a car. You know, £160 to me over a year. You know, you pay that monthly. It's just peanuts. Like, I get £35 a year tax is great, but I wouldn't buy a car based on that. It just doesn't even enter my mind. Like, you know, my C-Max £195 a year, £16 a month or whatever it is I pay, £19 a month. I don't notice it, you know, but yet people go out and buy £6 coffees every day. It's just such a marketing con. But that's the world we live in. So it's just a little groan. Let me know what you think about that. Am I been grumpy, or is it, I just don't enter my head when I'm looking at cars. As long as it's not £800 a year or something stupid, you know, £200 car tax doesn't put me off buying a car. I just look if it's got service history, mileage, do I like the car, etc, etc. But anyway, so hopefully we're just waiting for her response, see which one of these she comes back to. Hopefully she'll have that one, and I'll keep you posted. I've just swept up the leaves now, tidied it up a little bit. I'm going to put the cars back over there, get locked up, and go for some dinner, all being well. With over 600 subscribers now. We were at 500, I think, the last video. We got over 500. The last auction video didn't get as many views as the previous one. The other one got like 10,000 views. This one's got about 4,000 views. But it did get more likes per watch. So it got the same number of likes. And I seem to get more subscribers off it. So thanks, guys. for subscribing, and again I do appreciate it. We have shot up from 5 to 600, which is just amazing. Future content, we're going to do deep clean, full sort of schmoozy on the black Fiesta, so I'll do a trade to retail video on the Fiesta. Let's see how good we can get that looking, and hopefully Wednesday we'll get some auction content, fingers crossed. So once again, thanks for all the likes and subscribes, really do appreciate it. Keep watching, keep commenting, have a good weekend.